Well, guys, this is a Basis News, but really it's an advert for the brilliant people at Devizes Books, because what I've got today is the brilliant book by Robert F. Kennedy Jr., and they have spare copies of this book, and I would suggest that you immediately, for your books and rare publication needs, go to Devizes Books. That's the wonderful bookshop here in Devizes. That's at Handel House, Sidmouth Street, Devizes, Wiltshire, SN10 1LD. That's Handel House. That's Devizes Books. That's these guys. And they're at Handel House, Sidmouth Street, Devizes in Wiltshire. And that's SN10 1LD. And they have an email address, sales@devizesbooks.plus.com. That's sales@devizesbooks.plus.com. And they support all your sort of local bookshops and things like that. And they're really, really great people. And they are fantastic at getting rare books. And this was a very difficult book to get hold of. That's The Real Anthony Fauci. And they have this for sale. They will get you practically any book you need. And I'm going to show you some. One of them is, for instance, Graham. Oh, look at that keying out. We didn't expect that. That shouldn't be doing that. This is the benefits of chroma key using a green book. Isn't this fascinating? A green book. Anyway, that's Graham Harvey. Now, Graham Harvey spoke at the Basis 2015 conference, and Graham Harvey has published a number of books. This book is Graham Harvey, The Carbon Fields, How Our Countryside Can Save Britain, but also The Hidden Route to a Healthier Britain is another one of the books and things, winner of the BP Natural World Book Prize, and praised for the killing of the countryside is another book. Graham has... He's also available at Grassroots. That's www.grassrootsfood.com. Now, the point about Graham's lecture at the Basis Conference in 2015 was that he was showing how the farming industry, the way it's actually going, is ultimately to kill the countryside. And it's an extremely serious book. And he's a guy to get some really good information about farming, looking at things from a completely different point of view. Now, I'm a big fan of The Dark Journalist, and The Dark Journalist has recommended this book, and this is the original book which talks about deep state, and it's by Professor Peter Dale Scott, and I got this from the Devizes Bookshop, and that's at Handel House in Devizes. And another book which is extremely important in terms of the present day, and Jane Shattuck talks about this a lot, and this is it, The Shining Ones. And The Shining Ones is a pretty heavy book, this. This is about the fundamentals of our civilization. And it's a very good book. It's written by Christian and Barbara Joy O'Brien. And that's a good book. This is a really good book to get. That's The Shining Ones. Get it from Devizes Bookshop. This is another wonderful book, and that is The Genius of the Few. Now, these are heavy books to read, but this goes back to 12,000 years ago. It goes back to the Garden of Eden and all of the ancient history towards how we are today. And another interesting book I got from Devizes Books is this one by the Prime Minister, the current Prime Minister. This is Stanley Johnson, the father of the current Prime Minister. And this book, there he is there, probably with a bit of chroma key mixing in there. This is first published in 1982. Stanley Johnson's The Virus is more than astonishingly prescient with uncanny parallels to the current COVID-19 pandemic. Uncanny. Eugenicist. Father like son. And that was republished just before the current pandemic started by Black Spring Press, it says here somewhere. So, and the important thing about the Devizes Bookshop is you didn't buy it. I didn't buy it on Amazon. This is something which should tell you a great deal about the mindset of the Prime Minister, that's Boris Johnson, his father, and the technocrats of the early 20th century, which led to George Orwell writing the books that he did, and why we need to investigate this, ask questions, and face these creatures down. And I don't use the term humans on this. This is a Black Spring crime and thriller book, and medical thriller, international mystery, crime, and animal ecology. Okay, so that's a shout out for Devizes Books. Do take that into account when you are looking for different books or difficult books to get hold of, and phone them on this number and email them on this email address. Devizes Books, really good people, finding really good books for you to read. Amazingly and fantastically brilliant service.